Coming up, the big weight for age event, the BMW over the 1.5 miles, 2,400 metres. There's the toast.
And it's a long while since Ty the Knot has been at this sort of price in a weight for age race over this distance, but he's at $8. Number 2, Freemason at $16. Number 3, Dress Circle at $13. I thought he'd be shorter. Universal Prince is shorter than even I imagined at $1.70, even though he does look the winner. Rain Gauge from Melbourne, George Hanlon, is at $11. Then $18 for number 6, Sail of Century. Number 7, Ethereal, at $5. Punters obviously hoping she's going to come good today.
Your thoughts on Ethereal? Can she come good today?
I think she's got to do a hell of a lot better than she's done, and I wouldn't want to put my money on it.
Well, it's been a wonderful 12 months for Ethereal and also for her trainer, Sheila Laxon. The Caulfield and Melbourne Cup, probably way out of Sheila Laxon's dreams. She's been a wonderful mare to her, and today could possibly be her swan song. The last run in Australia, possibly her last run at a racetrack. And recently, she spent some time with our own Henry Spark.
Find them out early in the morning, training up the beautiful hills of Mount Macedon, and it might seem that life is very much the same routine for these two old friends. Just like back home in New Zealand, Sheila Laxon lavishes all her attention and love on this gallant mare that she virtually hand-raised. In return, last spring, Ethereal rewarded her battling trainer with a fairy tale.
And it's Ethereal, Sky Heights, and Celestial Show over the inside. Ethereal, Celestial Show, and Sky Heights, 3 of them fighting out the race. Ethereal, Celestial Show, Sky Heights, they hit the line. Ethereal won it by a short half head to Sky Heights and Celestial.
It was an emotion-charged Caulfield Cup, including a protest. And then Sheila became part of turf history, the first woman to officially train a Melbourne Cup winner.
Ethereal's coming hard on the outside. The New Zealand mare. Ethereal have to give this grip. Ethereal hit the lead in the cup. Ethereal takes the Caulfield Melbourne Cup double.
Well, it was only 4 months ago that Sheila Laxon arrived in Australia, an unknown. Now you're a celebrity. How are you handling that?
I do enjoy it. You know, it's really nice, and I'm just amazed at the people who come up and are genuinely very, very pleased for me and delighted to meet me. And, you know, it's an incredible thing to have happened to me. I think I'm very, very lucky to have had a superstar like Ethereal in my stable, and I'm really just riding on her coattails. You know, she's the one who's done it all.
They were heady times last spring, the public falling under the spell of this down-to-earth, humble horsewoman with a smile that lit up the carnival. A dress designer even came to Sheila's rescue when she lamented her lack of wardrobe. Now the trainer is in demand. 2 weeks ago, wowing the members of a VRC cocktail party.
You ever had the chairman of a race club call you a good sort?
Well, I can't believe they want to listen to me talking. And it's great to have there's a lot of women support out there, and they're rapt that I've gone and done what I've done.
It's great to meet you in person.
You know, you try and be nice and say, hey, listen, I'm just me. Don't be in awe of me, because I'm just another person.
On Blue Diamond Day at Caulfield, this attempt to be incognito in a wig and mini was the talk of the track.
It's surprising to see the reaction on people's faces when they see that you can look feminine as well.
And what do they say to you about that?
Oh, they're amazed that I'm as slim as I am, or, you know, look as good as I do, and they always say I look a lot younger in real life.
Still, when the real work has to be done, Sheila's not too proud to don the jeans and serve as strapper to her star. At the Australian Cup, Ethereal was being a temperamental diva. Back at Flemington, the scene of her triumph, she was loving the attention. In front of a packed grandstand, the show-off produced her signature goose step.
That was a big-time show-off.
Big time show.
That was a definite cameras there.
And did you see, as soon as she got on camera range, she stopped?
She's very aware of being the centre of attention, and I think that's why she tries to win so hard, because she likes to be the queen of the turf.
In the 2,000-metre Cup, up against weight for age big guns Northerly and Old Comrade, Ethereal comes 5th, but the mare is surging home. Sheila confident she's on track for the 2,400-metre BMW.
And then Royal Code from Ethereal. They were...
Yeah.
It is a fairy tale, but it has also been a tough struggle, with more than a fair share of heartache behind that now famous smile. In 91, Sheila was nearly killed in a terrible race fall, lucky to ever ride again. A few years later, there was a painful separation from her husband, Laurie Laxon, the well-known New Zealand trainer who won the Melbourne Cup with Empire Rose in '88, came second with Champagne a decade later, and is now based in Singapore. Since then, Sheila has fought hard for acceptance in her own right.
There'll be a lot of people out there the same thing, you know, they can't see which way they're going to go, and it's very depressing. And just keep working hard and, you know, cracky, look what can happen.
Did he ring you and congratulate you?
Yeah, 24 hours later.
So how do you think he took the news?
Well, he'd have to be gutted. You know, there would have been a hint of jealousy.
And there's healthy rivalry between you?
Yeah, very much so, very much so. You know, it's for me, it's great to have come out and done what I've done, and a lot to do with being competitive with him.
Since the Cup's double, Sheila's strike rate in New Zealand has deteriorated. Some detractors believe she may have been distracted by the hype. Of course, that may just be jealousy. This woman is now a cult figure.
Now, I believe that you've become such a star that, in fact, they want to make a movie about your life.
It's only in its initial stages at the moment, but it'll be very interesting to see if it does go ahead and, you know, how it comes out.
So who do you think you should play the lead role?
Oh, you'd have to have Nicole Kidman or someone.
Ethereal means heavenly. Sheila always said her girl has been heaven sent, bringing her credibility and enough prize money to buy a farm back home. In the spring, the champion mare will retire, taking up a date with Danehill. Sadly, this fairy tale is about to finish.
Oh, I try not to think about it, yeah, because it's, you know, it could well be her last race in the BMW, and that's the end of an era. You know, I've been with her for so long. Now it would be extraordinary to be without her.
How sad do you think you would feel?
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, you've been mates for so long, 3 years now. That's how you would feel. You'd be very sad. Yeah. But, I mean, but she'll be not far from you when she...
Oh, no, she won't be far away, but it's not the same, you know, you sort of... And such incredible amounts happened, and suddenly end of story, you know, it'd be like a bit of an anticlimax. And she's such a hard-case horse. Isn't she, darling?
Yeah, what a wonderful story there on Sheila Laxon, Ethereal, and a great lady that gets very emotional about her horses, particularly the good ones.
I'd get pretty emotional about something that won the Caulfield and Melbourne Cup for me too, mate.
Yeah, well, we'll have that feeling one day maybe. But you're going to have a lot more feeling of racing after we come back from this break on the Wide World of Sports.
Why would you come out and see a horse like this get saddled up? Because Tyler Knott's champion.
Before he even arrived here, you know, you were looking forward to getting him. And then once he started to show speed, we thought, hello, what have we got here?
Brave Princess raced to the lead in the Spring Champion Stakes. Tie the Knot is out after him now in the red with the white cap. Brave Prince in front. Tie the Knot knuckling down is charging. Tie the Knot is going a shade the better, and Tie the Knot. Tie the Knot got up to win the Spring Champion Stakes in a really... Hall goes for the whip on Doremus, the lightly weighted. Tie the Knot is coming at him strongly. Doremus and Tie the Knot. Tie the Knot on the outside takes a narrow lead over Doremus as they get near home, and with a huge pull in the weights, Tie the Knot will fall in. Tie the Knot by a neck to Doremus, gallant in the lead.
Tie the Knot in front. Dye's riding supremely confident. His hands and heels. It goes under the back coming after him. Tie the Knot in front responds. He's too good. He's back with a big win. Tie the Knot goes home and wins the Mercedes. Arena's levelled up with Showella. Tie the Knot starting to come the rail. Arena in front. Tie the Knot's getting up on the inside, and Showella stride for stride, the champion. Tie the Knot bursting up on the fence. Dye does it again. Tie the Knot wins his second Mercedes Classic, reminder of... Steel Hill of Grace in front. Referral trying to gun him down. Tie the Knot responds. Like the great champion he is, he looms up. He grabs the lead from Referral, Hill of Grace and Giovanna. And the multi-millionaire races home with another round bet. Tie the Knot, a great winner.
But here's Tie the Knot. He's lengthening stride. He's coming with great guns at the 150, and Tie the Knot raced away. Universal Prince late, but Tie the Knot, the grand old campaigner, he makes racing history. 4 successive Chipping Norton Stakes.
Yes, a tribute to the great Tie the Knot. And have a listen to this. 61 starts, 21 wins, 9 seconds, 8 thirds, in excess of $6 million in prize money. He's been a wonderful horse. His trainer is Guy Walter. And here's Guy talking to our own Tim Sheridan.
Guy, there's been a lot of speculation about Tie the Knot's future. How close are we to the horse's last run?
Well, Tim, we're obviously getting reasonably close. He's had a marvellous career and he's 7 rising 8, and we're very, very mindful of the fact that we don't want him to go downhill. So, as I've been saying for a while and Mr. Tate's been saying for a while, we're just taking him a race at a time. We'll see what he does today for starters, but we'll worry about that later on.
Paddy Payne said he thought he might have been getting close to having had enough after his last start. What did you think?
That could be right. On the other hand, there were legitimate excuses for him last start. He did get caught on the worst going, and he did get beaten by hitting the front too soon, which he's done that since he was a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. So he did have legitimate excuses. And you got to remember, 2 starts ago he scored a slashing win in the Chipping Norton. So as I say, I think the best policy, take him a race at a time.
And just quickly, the 2,400 metres suits?
Well, that's a big question mark, Tim. Of course, he's been a great stayer in years gone by. He's won 2 Sydney Cups, he's won 2 BMWs, and it wouldn't be a problem. I think it's probably a question now of, at his age, whether he can cope with the grind in these type of races. Once again, we'll get a good idea today.
Guy, whatever happens, magnificent horse, and good luck in the BMW.
Tim, thank you very much.
Yes, we'll get an idea in about 15 minutes' time, but a quick idea from both of you. Can he win the BMW, Ken?
He definitely can, and I'd like to say here, I don't know of a trainer that's done a much better job with a horse than Guy Walter's done with this horse. For him to still be racing on the so late in his 7-year-old stage of his career, it's just a fabulous effort. But his runs have been good. As Guy said, he got caught back on the inside. Now, I'm tipping Universal Prince, but I wouldn't be amazed if Tie the Knot won. He's an old warrior. He'll do his best. If Di can ride him a bit quiet, back 5th or 6th, the run comes at the right time, he's in it with a chance.
Simon, we'll talk to you shortly about the chances of Tie the Knot, because we've got to take a quick break. The horses are coming to the mounting yard for the BMW. Well, the horses are in the mounting yard for the Weight for Age BMW. Group 1, 40th of the series, over 2,400 metres. And let's have a look at the field. Number 1, Tie the Knot, Kenny.
Yeah, Tie the Knot's just a great horse. We just spoke about him at length. He still retains his appearance, and I think he's right in it.
Number 2 is Freemason, John Hawkes trained, Rod Quinn to ride, Ron.
Yeah, he seems to be racing more consistently. It's his first full preparation being a gelding. Lovely, relaxed type of horse. Put a little bit of pressure on Dress Circle, I'd suggest, early in the run, and he'll keep grinding away.
Well, talking of Dress Circle is number 3, the 5-year-old bay gelding by Zabeel, Ken.
Yeah, he took the big step up last start from being a good handicapper who won the Metropolitan last time in to running second at Group 1, beaten less than a length by Universal Prince. Now, going on his past form, the longer distance will suit him better, up to 2,400 metres today. He looks a picture, and he's a definite hope.
And number 4 is definitely a hope as well, and that is Universal Prince. Plenty of question marks during the spring, but no such question marks during the autumn, Ron.
Oh, not judging by his roundabout win second up. He had improvement in him. He's come to a peak on the right day, and by gee, he'll be hard to beat in this race.
Simon Marshall, who just left us before, was going to build a bit of a case, I think, for Rain Gauge. Kenny, can you build any sort of case for number 5?
Well, he was one of the main contenders for last year's Melbourne Cup, and we didn't, a bit like Dress Circle, we didn't think of him as a weight for age horse. And then last start he ran a super third behind Old Comrade and Northerly in the Australian Cup, and the increase in distance to 2,400 metres will also suit him, and he's trained by George Hanlon, so he'll be ready for it.
Funny how it works, but a fellow by the name of Ronnie Duffy and family own the next horse to parade, and that's number 6, Sail of the Century. Ron, inside mail, please.
Yeah, well, the funnier things have happened. We've seen Curator Storm win this race last year. Look, he was less than a length and a half behind Universal Prince, second up in the round, but I thought his run was full of merit, and he's paid his way into this field, and I'm sure he'll race well.
Right, all the best from all of us, of course. And number 7, we've seen this story on Sheila Laxon, Ethereal, Scott Seamer, the in-form rider. By gee, let's hope she hits her straps today, Ken.
Yeah, no more need be said, and she's certainly trimmed down in condition.
Well, one of the hot pots in the race, the one that I think Ethereal is going to have to beat by the end of it, is Universal Prince. His pilot is Justin Sheehan, and here he is with Tim Sheridan.
It's a little bit uncharacteristically to win the Ranvet. Does that necessarily apply today?
No, not really, Timo. You know, I rode him that way, just sort of when Paddy crossed me, went to the fence, I just elected to keep him in a pocket and had to ride him a little closer. And I feel that he raced, he did accelerate to win, but I feel he always accelerates a little better when he fully relaxes and goes to sleep, so to speak.
Now, a lot of emotion, isn't there, tied up with this autumn after what happened last spring?
Yeah, you know, but in saying that, yesterday's history, today's a mystery, so we'll press on, and that's all behind us now, and the horse is going as well, if not better than ever, and very positive about today.
Ridden him in work at all since his last win?
Yeah, riding track work again on Tuesday, and, you know, he always works the place down. He's a phenomenal track worker, very giving, very, very willing as he is race day, and he'll be hard to beat.
Justin, good luck in the BMW, mate.
Thanks, Timo.
Yeah, pretty confident jockey there in Justin Sheehan. Well, I wonder how Sheila Laxon is feeling. A great mare going out onto the track. Here she is with Anne-Marie Sparkman.
Doing this at the last moment, what sort of emotions, we won't make you cry again, but what sort of emotions are you feeling?
I'm very proud of her today. She looks very well, so I'd love her to be able to go out and race well.
Well, she's been accused of getting too fat at Macedon Lodge and middle-age spread and all sorts of nasty things.
It wasn't really that she was too fat. I was just comparing the weights of when she won the Caulfield and Melbourne Cups, and she's got to trim down to similar type of weights, and on the way through, you know, you don't expect them to be that light, so they've sort of misconstrued a little bit of how I put the problem to them.
There's not a lot of believers in her today being able to win this race. What can you tell us?
I'm a believer.
Still a believer?
Still a believer.
Okay, or a good each way chance?
Look, I think the world of her, so I'll be very biased, but, you know, I think all going well, that she can be with them.
Well, she was coming home very well in the Australian Cup, and that was probably a good sign. The 400 metres will suit her, the extra 400 metres.
Yes, I think if she's sitting on their hammers, they straighten up, that she'll be very competitive at the end.
Okay, well, good luck, which might be her final race.
It might well be.
Okay, thanks a lot, Sheila. Thanks for everything.
Sheila Laxon there with Anne-Marie Sparkman. Well, the horses are heading onto the track for the BMW over 2,400 metres. Kenny, take us through the totes.
Yeah, and Ronnie's just been down the ring, and he told me the only horse I really want to back is the favourite, Ron.
Yeah, early in betting, you know, he got out a little bit, and they just come for him. Maybe a little bit of specking for Ethereal, but she's a real public horse.
$6.40 for number 1, Tie the Knot. Freemason at $16. Dress Circle at $11. $1.90. 10 to 9 on Universal Prince. $9.60 Rain Gauge. 19 Sail of Century. And Ethereal second favourite at $5 exactly.
Okay, let's have a look at what our expert panel thinks. Kenny, talk us through yours.
Well, I just think Universal Prince was only second up last start. He won the Derby by 3 or 4 lengths. He's the new kid on the block, on the way up. Possibly the best horse in Australia. I've tipped him.
Yeah, I think he'll prove it today. I think he was only 85 to 90% fit last time. He's fully wound up for this big one today.
And Simon Marshall has stuck with George Hanlon from Victoria and gone for number 5, Rain Gauge. Well, we've seen the totes. I wonder what they're doing out in the betting ring. Here's Andrew Voss to tell us all about it.
Simon, backing up what Ron just had to say about Universal Prince. I took a walk along the rails around about 5 minutes ago. There are some awfully big bets on Universal Prince. The bookies will take a hit if the Bede Murray trained galloper greets the judge in the BMW. Surprisingly, not a great deal of support for Tie the Knot. That's not the story with Ethereal, though. Some money coming for it right now. And the others in the market, Dress Circle and Rain Gauge, both better value on the tote. So good luck if you've backed it in your lounge chairs at home. It is one of the biggest races on the Australian racing calendar, and it's coming up after this break on the Wide World of Sports, the BMW.
Seven runners in the BMW have made their way down to the starting stalls, which are about 3/4 of the way down the Rose Hill Straight. And horses, particularly like Tie the Knot, they've seen all of this before. But Simon Marshall, Rain Gauge has never seen it before, but I reckon you want to make a case for him.
Gentlemen, did you happen to watch the Australia Cup run not too long ago? Now, there was a horse called Northerly and there was a horse called Old Comrade in it. Old Comrade won it and beat Northerly, who was our Cox Plate champion. These are the two greatest weight for age horses running around. Now, just behind them there, 1.6, less than a length behind them, was Rain Gauge, Georgie Hanlon. We haven't heard from him for a while, but I'll tell you something today. If that wasn't the greatest lead-up run for this 2,400-metre race here today against Tie the Knot, who's suspect at running the 24, Ethereal might be going to the paddock, Universal Prince is his only horse to beat. Now, if I had a couple of bucks in my pocket and I was a betting man, I'd go and whack it on George and Darren Beedman. Rain Gauge drawn one, and it looks fabulous.
Well, he's made a fair case, wouldn't you say?
If he thinks that Old Comrade's a better weight for age horse than Universal Prince, I think he's been out in the sun too long, Ronnie.
We're about to find out, but I'm sure Simon's got a few dollars in his pocket.
That's the bit I was worried about too. In centre screen is the champ, Tie the Knot. He's going forward for Shane Dye, and he's done this many times before, but he always gives of his best. Freemason about to join him in the cerise colours. Ron, I don't want to get off Universal Prince. I don't think I've seen him look better.
No, I think he's the one. He's even money all round, and that's a deserved price.
Yes, on the tote at the moment, he's exactly even money, $2 a turn. There he is in centre screen. Justin Sheehan rides him well. He'll drop out from his outside barrier, but he'll give his all in the straight. Here's Terry Bailey of Sky Channel for the running of the BMW of 2002.
Kenny and Universal Prince completes the lineup. Universal Prince, and they're all set and ready to run. Elite field of 7. Tie the Knot drawn 4. Universal Prince 7. Ethereal in 6. Racing in the BMW, and Tie the Knot, the old boy, began beautifully. Dress Circle ridden out of the gate looking for the lead. Coming across Freemason. Rain Gauge not far away. Ethereal's going to latch in behind those, settling down from Sail of Century, and Sheehan went straight out to last on Universal Prince. Dress Circle in front, coming up to the post on the first occasion. The Metrop winner clear by 2 lengths. Freemason, 2.5 to the Victorian Rain Gauge. Tie the Knot's in a good spot, but he is the first to cut the breeze. 2 lengths away, Ethereal, Sail of Century. Universal Prince, a further 2.5 lengths astern at the tail of the field. Working up towards the 1,800 metres mark, and Dress Circle in front. B. York at his dangerous best, leading the way. He's clear by 1.5 lengths on Freemason, just wanting to run up onto his heels a little bit there. 2 lengths to Rain Gauge, and Tie the Knot a close fourth. 1 away is the Cup's Queen Ethereal. She is on the outside of Sail of Century, and 2 lengths away Universal Prince. This is the order in the BMW. They're on the far bend. It's Dress Circle wheeling and dealing. He's high flying in front by 1.5 lengths on Freemason. 3 lengths Rain Gauge. Beedman has him on the fence. Dye moves up to partner him with Tie the Knot. 2 lengths Ethereal being shaded by Sail of Century, and still Universal Prince last 7 lengths away from the leaders. It's Dress Circle. He's being attacked by Freemason as they go down to the back. They're in search of the halfway peg. They're 1,200 metres out from home. They're 5 lengths, 6 lengths in front of Rain Gauge and Tie the Knot. 3 lengths away Ethereal, Sail of Century, and Universal Prince 2.5 astern last. He's about 8 lengths away from the leader, Dress Circle. York's got them rolling with Quinn on the outside on Freemason. They're 3.5, 4 lengths in front. Rain Gauge being shaded by the great champion Tie the Knot. 2 lengths Ethereal latching onto his back. Then Sail of Century and Universal Prince still last, still 8 lengths away from the leaders. 700 metres to go in the BMW. Dress Circle and Freemason. They've gone lickety-split coming off the back there. 4 lengths Tie the Knot. Then came Rain Gauge Ethereal. Universal Prince is being slapped up to make ground, and last of all Sail of Century as the leaders come back on the corner. 450 out. Dress Circle in front. Freemason lays down the law. 2 lengths Tie the Knot. Universal Prince comes out. Ethereal inside of it, and Rain Gauge coming through. Down to the 300, and Rain Gauge is grabbing Freemason. Tie the Knot the outside, and Universal Prince chimes in. It's Rain Gauge, the Victorian, hitting the front. Universal Prince is gunning him down. Universal Prince went to Rain Gauge. Rain Gauge still in front. Ethereal late. Universal Prince put his head in front. Ethereal flying. Did she get there? I think she did. The Cups Queen has won the BMW. Ethereal from Universal Prince and Rain Gauge. Then Freemason. They were followed by Sail of Century, Tie the Knot and Dress Circle last in the BMW.
Well, what a finish. Did she get there? We'll have a look at the photo in a minute. Ethereal has possibly outstayed them right on the line. Universal Prince went past her, looked as though he had the race shot to pieces, but Sheila Laxon, how excited will she be?
Well, I know how excited she is because I sat next to her during the race. You said you're a believer. That girl, what sort of heart has she got?
It's enormous. It was a pretty rocky run up the straight there, and to do what she did at win at the post.
She looked gone at the corner. She didn't take it at all well.
No, she got hit. She came around the corner and knocked the back legs underneath her. And
yeah, she's had to go on the outside and do all the hard running and still taking them at the end.
She's pretty good.
So what does that mean now? You said if she won well here that she might go on to Europe. Will you be thinking about that?
Well, I hope Mr. Bella might.
All right, well, congratulations. Well done. The believers. It's a win for the true believers.
Well, Peter and Paul Vella, the owners of Ethereal, and there's the photo finish. She's won. She's won by about a head there. That's her on the outside. Inside her Universal Prince, and third Rain Gauge over on the rails. A very exciting race. Look, we'll just let them go for a moment, then we'll stop frame them to show you where they are on the home turn. Let's stop them here. If we just stop them to point out to where they are, that is Ethereal, tucked back in behind them there. Universal Prince on the outside has gone straight past her, and Rain Gauge over here, he gets between horses to come into third placing. But at that stage, as we let them roll again, the horse number 2 goes straight past the mare Ethereal in the blue and white colours with the white sleeves, and I think even her most ardent supporters would have thought at this stage that she was beaten. Justin Sheehan rode an absolute copybook ride, but look, he had his chance. Ethereal had to let him go, come to the outside of him, and from here on she guns him down. Bede Murray did a great job with Universal Prince. He's now with Tim Sheridan.
Yeah, Bede Murray is with me actually, Kenny. He did do a great job, Bede. You stood and cheered, and it was so close to home, and I bet you thought you had it won.
Yeah, I thought he won, and you know, the other mare got him right on the line. Congratulations her, you know.
Okay, mate, thanks.
Yeah, Bede Murray, he's as good a bloke in defeat as he is in victory, and I'm getting a little bit sick of throwing to Simon Marshall, only kidding Simon, to talk to this man, Scotty Seamer, and ask him what on the turn when Justin Sheehan put him back in the pocket, did he think he was history, as we're seeing on the screen right at this moment. That's Universal Prince in the yellow sleeves, goes past the mare in the white sleeves. Poor old Tie the Knot had had enough, but here she's a length and a half behind Universal Prince, and there's only 250 metres to go. What did he think there, Simon?
Scotty, with 250 to go, Kenny wants to ask the question. Yeah, those weight for age horses had a little bit of turn of foot. They held you in a pocket. What do you think then?
Yeah, I was going nowhere. I was just going as well as Tie the Knot, but the other horse went round me, Universal Prince, and they had me where they wanted me, but, you know, to her courage, once she got into clear, she just proved she was a better horse.
So what are you saying? They had that turn of foot, you thought, I'm on a stayer, I'll just ease her out of it, pull her to the outside and hope we can run them down over the ground?
That's the thing, you know, both them horses